Hey guys, Skittlerampage here. Welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So today we're going to be going over about 100 Funko Pops that are dropping next week. Now guys, today we have a ton of anime, some new video game stuff, Star Wars, as well as pop movies and TV, and so much more. And like I mentioned, these are going to be officially dropping for pre-order next week. So basically next week will be pre-orders as well as official announcements, and then, they'll officially release in stores. Pre-orders will arrive in the next like 2 or so months. Now guys, before we get started, I do want to ask the question of the day, which is, do you plan to get any autographs on your Funko Pops this year? One I do plan to get, and I'm hoping I might be able to get, is John Cena, since he's going to be coming to MegaCon this year in Florida. Okay, let's kick things off with our anime announcements. So first up, we have Solo Leveling Wave 2. So this does include a ton of new characters. We have Baek Yoon-ho. We also have Choi Jung-in, which we actually got a Solo Leveling Funko Mini the other day, and this is what it looks like. It's a Five Below exclusive, but available at Funko now. And this gives us a good idea as to what this character could look like in pop form, or maybe they'll change it up, do something different. But this character is the perfect opportunity for like a glow chase, so maybe we'll see that down the line. Either way, here's an idea of what it could look like. Now, some other new characters includes Go Gun Hee. We also have Woo Jin Chul, as well as a Genu versus Cerberus Deluxe pop here. I'm still so curious how they're going to pull off that Deluxe. But yes, I really like that they're doing almost a full new wave of new characters here. I think there's potential exclusives that we could see, so we'll see if anything comes of that. But for now, for Solo Leveling fans, let me know what you guys think about this brand new wave. Will you be grabbing any of these or passing on them? Next up, for Jujutsu Kaisen fans, we're expected JJK0 movie pops, including Yuta and Rika, and luckily for you guys, we actually got first looks today at them, which includes, again, Yuta and Rika here. So Rika is actually in her cursed form, which is really cool. I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of expecting a human Rika and then getting exclusive of the, cursed form. But yeah, these look really good. Yuta's in the pose that I expected him to be with his sword in front there. And I overall think they did a pretty good job for the most part, especially for a common line. Let me know what you guys think about both of these JJK0 pops. I'm just glad we finally have Yuta. I'll probably be picking that one up. I might get Rika. I kind of want it to be a deluxe, like most people were saying too, or like bigger. So maybe I'll see what comes out for exclusives and, decide then. But for now, I definitely want Yuta. Next up, for Kaiju number 8, we're expected 2 new pops, and we have Kaiju number 9, as well as Kafka in the jumpsuit. I think Kaiju number 9 is a really great choice. Don't think we needed Kafka in the jumpsuit by any means. That seems very random. So I don't see a lot of people being too excited about that one. However, I see a lot of people being excited about the Kaiju number 9 because he has such a cool look. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fans, we're expected to get a couple new pops in Wave 3 here. This does include Cars, as well as Jonathan and Joseph. Love that they're just constantly doing new characters here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we're expected to get at least one exclusive in this JoJo set, so let's see how that turns out. Let me know if you're excited for JoJo's fans. Now, last expected anime lineup for next week is One Piece pre-time skip here, and looks like a new character was actually added, which is Kuro there, so that should be pretty interesting. So we have Kuro, Brook, Frankie, Robin, as well as Chopper with a chase, which is supposed to be him holding the mushroom where he's like beaten up and bloody, I believe. And then we're also getting a new Doflamingo, and then Fishman Island mystery minis. So given we just got Miss All Sunday from the live action series, which I'm going to talk about like in tomorrow's video with other like news that we got, Binding of Isaac and all that. But given we just got Miss All Sunday, it kind of leads me to believe, like a couple people were saying, we might not get Miss All Sunday for this refresh wave at the same time of them doing the live action Miss All Sunday, because obviously they want that to sell right now, and the anime one would absolutely outsell that for sure, especially based off just the reaction of us getting this one. Even though a lot of people are excited, a lot of people want an anime version, myself included, which I might get the live action one as a placeholder and maybe get rid of it later. But overall, I think this pre-time skip wave is looking pretty good. I mean, we're long overdue for an updated Brook. We obviously just got that cover, but I think a new Brook is really nice, a regular Brook that is. I really like Frankie's pre-time skip look, so maybe I'll end up picking that up. And then Kuro I thought was a pretty interesting choice. I know we already got the Biddy pop of him, so it kind of makes sense that we'd eventually get the pop, but I don't know if that's going to be the strongest choice in terms of selling, but it's cool that they're at least doing something new. Chopper Chase could turn out pretty good. And then the Fishman Island Mystery Minis, I'm just curious to see what they do with that. Just an interesting arc choice there. And Doflamingo, we're long overdue for an update, so I would love to see what they do with him, and maybe I can swap out my current one. Now, you guys know One Piece, usually we always get exclusives, so I would expect to get some exclusives next week, so stay tuned. Okay, next up for Pop Video Games, it looks like we're getting a brand new BioShock wave. This includes the Little Sister Syringe, Sander Cohen, as well as Big Daddy Bouncer. So we haven't had any BioShock Pops in years, so this is gonna be a really nice update to some of these characters, especially Big Daddy. I know a lot of people are really excited for this, so I hope these do well, because I think we still have like a live action thing looming around, so we could eventually get Pops from that too. Pokemon fans, we're expected to get 2 waves combined into one big wave, and this includes some characters you've already seen hitting stores, which includes Ivysaur, Electabuzz, Pikachu, as well as Magmar there, and then a few other characters like Zoroark, Gumi, as well as Charmeleon and Venusaur. So a couple complete collections there mixed in with some newer Pokemon, which is really nice. Silent Hill fans, this is probably going to be one of Funko's biggest announcements this year for the video game line. This includes a whole plethora of characters. We have Jane Sunderland, Alessa, Pyramid Head, the Nurse, Heather, as well as Robbie the Rabbit there. And very curious to see how that Pyramid Head turns out. It's supposed to be a Pop Premium too, so it's going to be a little bit bigger. While I didn't play the game myself, I did watch the older game played by the Rat Brad here on YouTube years ago. So I definitely got scared and my chills from that playthrough. I just don't think I could bring myself to play the game myself. Horror games are like hit or miss. Like some I can play, but like, it's like even Resident Evil sometimes like Resident Evil 7 was crazy. But even though I'll probably be passing on this line, I definitely want to see how Pyramid Head turns out. Now, the final expected video game line next week outside of potential exclusives for some of these is Tomb Raider here. So we're getting 2 versions. This includes Lara Croft Angel of Darkness, as well as Lara Croft Polygonal. I gotta know what that polygonal looks. I just gotta know how they do that. It's gonna be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I know Tomb Raider fans are very excited for these, so let me know in the comments which one you plan to pick up. Okay, last category here kind of includes a mix of comic book stuff, Star Wars, movies and TVs, Biddy Pop stuff, and more, so just lumping these all in together. So first up for DC, we actually have a Batman Premium Sound Effects Pop. I don't know if it's going to be like street sounds or him saying I'm Batman or, you know, Gotham needs me, something, you know, I don't know what they're going to do with this, but, you know, I like Batman, so we'll see how this turns out. Anyways, next up for Futurama fans, we have a full new wave, including Hermes with Mug, Amy, Sexy Scruffy, and then Super King Bender. I'm sure a lot of people will be excited for these. I loved Futurama growing up. It's a hilarious show. Lilo and Stitch fans, we're expected to get a couple keychains as well as mystery minis. So we have a couple Stitches, including Pineapple Stitch, Tuber, and 626. And then again, a mystery minis collection. From the show Wednesday, we're expected to get 2 brand new Pops. As to what these are, we don't know just yet. Biddy Pop fans, we have a lot of new stuff coming next week, as well as kind of repeats, and I'll explain what I mean in a second. So for Biddy Bots, we have the Titan Speakerman from Skibidi Toilet. For Pop Singles, this is One Piece as well as My Little Pony and Naruto. What Pop Singles means is, I believe it's the original sets just in those single bags that you can order. You can go for it that way versus trying to find certain ones, I guess. But yeah, I believe that's how they're doing it. Next up, we have Biddy Arcades, including TMNT, Jurassic Park, and Mortal Kombat, as well as X-Men. So those are going to be those little arcade things you saw like FNAF here, for example. Now, another singles line is going to be X-Men, and then the 2-packs, we have Sanrio, Marvel, Simpsons, and Disney. So the 2-packs are just basically characters we've already gotten resold to you into like 2-packs in fancy boxes. So nothing really new here for half of this, I want to say. But we do have a couple new things like the Biddy Bots and the arcades. Next up for Star Wars fans, a couple new things. We do have a retro set coming. This includes Count Dooku, Mace Windu, as well as Jango Fett. And like I said, it's going to be retro, so some kind of deco design. And then we also have a brand new Darth Vader from Star Wars Legends coming. From the movie Rambo, we're expected to see 2 Pops, including John Rambo and then John Rambo with a bow. For Pop Rocks, we have Daft Punk Discovery here, and this is going to be a 2-pack. Now, lastly, guys, we have a sports line here, including the World Cup for England. And this is a whole mess of players here, so you guys can kind of just pause it for a second if you guys are looking for a specific player. But yeah, this is going to be a huge announcement announcement for England. Now guys, I want to say that covers about 90 to 95% of the drops that are happening next week throughout the week. I think it's going to be like 2 different days of actual drops and pre-orders, but we should be getting some first looks for some of these lines very soon, so stay tuned on that. But let me know what you guys are most excited for. Like I said, it's going to be about 100 things or so. Today I showed you roughly 90 things, and then I'm accounting for possible exclusives in there, so about 100. Something else that you can look forward to is actually that London Toy Fair for this year is actually taking place next week, starting on Tuesday. So that means that we're probably going to get a lot of first looks, maybe even at some of the lines I just went over in today's video, for the year, among many other things. And then New York Toy Fair is actually happening in February, so we're gonna get first looks at a lot of other things dropping later in the year too. So it's already a big year for these first few months of the year. It's pretty crazy. But again, like I said, let me know what you're most excited for so far. That aside though, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to hit the like button down below if you did enjoy it, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I'm gonna end off the video here by saying a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon-only Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.